Hey, I'm Kev Camelot, and welcome back to Valentino Rossi, the game. This last time out, we switched teams in Moto2 to the Gresini team, and it had a very up and down episode. We haven't finished on the podium yet. Gresini has removed difficulty up to simulation. We had a couple of very difficult races. But here we are. Home sweet home in Silverstone. And as you can see, we've got the usual Silverstone weather. Light rain. So we've got some wet tyres on for the first time in the Moto2 class. We also got some riders out in front of us. Oh, here we go through Maddox and bad kits. Not very good at all. There's a bit modified chapel for the bikes. See, much tighter exit. You can see that really close up in the race. The Zarco's done the fastest lap of 2:09. So we're hoping to have a very good debut now on Silverstone in our career mode adventure. I saw us had an academy race in the last episode, which was pretty fun. Now, once again, we didn't get the result we really wanted, as we're over a second behind Zarco. They're not corner cut at all there. I know what you mean. Because I don't mind the Silverstone circuit on the bikes. Don't mind this Silverstone circuit in any game, really. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of it in real life compared to old Silverstone. It was the one that I grew up with. That was a very good sector there. Shame it's come a bit late and all that. I admit you do miss the old Abbey Bridge Priory section still. Even though New Abbey's pretty good. Just what's after it is not the greatest. Until Brooklands, but there we go. Through our field, through Woodcock. Can we do it flat out? Of course we can. Ish. And so a half second back of Zarco in the end with a low 2:10. Even though we took some liberties with the track limits, but let's see how good that is for qualifying. Where will put us on the grid. At the moment we're 5th. Can we make it top 10? I wouldn't mind that. As once again my teammates taken pole. Ahead of Zarco and Rins, Folger, Morbidelli and Nakagami. I'm getting used to saying that for the second row. But we are on the third row alongside Uti and Baldassarre Cortese, rounding out the top 10. So not a bad qualifying for my home race, kind of. I know I'm Monaco in the game, but in real life I'm British, so I will take that. I will take any top 10 qualifying. Once again in the race, we've got to be careful of how we track size that. We failed in Brno to get on the podium. We made a mistake on that penultimate, on the final lap. So we're looking to do better around Silverstone. Has rainability's improved, braking, cornering and body position. Let's go to the race.
Hello to all the viewers tuning in. We're here in England at the Silverstone circuit, where the 12th race of the Moto2 World Championship is about to begin. As you can see at the moment, the sky is covered with a thick layer of cloud, but according to the latest weather reports, we're assured that it isn't going to rain.
So that's good, it's not going to rain. But cloudy conditions, so it's cleared up a bit. I'm going to be on dry tyres for this race, so I am very happy to be on the third row of the grid. But there's Danny Kent in 15th for his home race. Not where he wants to be. Alex Marquez down in 19th. Shocking qualifying for the Spaniard. Nizar Pautanucci rounding out the field it is with 2:14.
Bikes and riders ready to go here at Silverstone, and in just a few seconds another great British Grand Prix is about to get underway at this famous old airfield.
Here we go, middle of the third row. A good sight of the lights as we get underway for this 7-lap race. Pretty long. Oh, of course we're going to drop down to 9th temporarily. There we go, ahead of Baldassari behind Luti, where we began. It's a goodish start. Let's see if we can get, there we go, we got Maggots correct. So we get Beckett's. And a tighter turn through Chapel. That was a nice exit though, flat out throughout. So that was good run down the hanger straight. This Nakagami didn't have a good run, got passed by Luti. And they're the top 5 in front of us. And they're the top 5 right in front of us. So Luti trying to get past us on the exit, but we're cutting him off. Oh, he's not having any of it. Trying to get down over inside the veteran Swiss Moto2 rider. Been here since the beginning, of course, of Moto2, since 2010. So Nakagami tries to fight back against him. Got Rins and Folger fighting for 4th in front. Looks like Folger's lost out. Once again, we're in a similar position with Bruno, where we've got the top 5. We've got Volga. We've got Luti on our tail, hounding us on this first lap. Oh, I had to be careful on the power there. Almost lost it. Just about survived though and get a good run down the Redden straight towards Brooklands. Braking a bit early here. So we want to make sure we hit the apex of this corner like that. Now through Luffield. Gone a bit wide. Hopefully it means we can get the power early. Nailed it. Out there through Woodcote. Not quite flat out in this first lap. I'm sure we'll get a bit more aggressive as the race goes on. Going through Corpse. So half a second behind Folger. Got 0.3 of a second on Corsi behind us as they use past Luti. Nice job from the Italian. As Morbidelli's done the fast lap of the race. As you can see, right up there battling for a podium, the Italian. So gone wide again, not where you want to. You can see really held up while run onto the hanger straight. It's such a different circuit, especially those corners on a bike compared to the car. You know, corners again kind of mid-speed, you would say, mostly. Oh, hello, Corsi. I praise him and then he tries to jack middle me. So Luti looking around my outside, you're not getting that, son. As now Rins is battling for the lead with Zarco. So there we go, Abbey. Not quite the 150 mile per hour corner it is in an F1 car. 150 mile per hour plus. But the loop section, definitely similar to what it's like in a car. It's got Agata battling now, Luti behind. He's under siege, Luti. We kept that half-second gap behind and in front, which reached the end of this second lap. Once again, just cruising it into Brooklands. So easy to outbrake yourself there, and then you're in a world of trouble. So there we go, get on the power. Not quite flat out still through Woodcote. Slight confidence lift. So did a fast out of the race. Mid 206. And now we're right in the tail of Folger. Got a second gap behind to Luti. We're starting to slide the bike already on this further up. Don't want to be doing that this early. So now Rins has been pushed back slightly and we're all over Folger. Can we get the run onto the hanger straight? We get in the slipstream, yes we can. Give us this 5th place. Thank you. So running a bit wide though. Into Stowe. That was a German back through. Oh, a bit wide in Vale. And Club. Let's go past the Silverstone Ring, which of course is the start line for F1. And for 4 wheels, but 2 wheels still start over at the old start line, which is pretty nice to see actually. I do prefer that start compared to heading into Chapel, where it can get, not Chapel, Abbey, sorry. It can be, it's not as inviting to go too wide as it is through Copse, and even though it is a pretty exciting corner, it didn't lead into tight stuff. Well, seeing them in the first lap from the start heading into Maggots and Beggots after Copse is pretty special. It used to be, the F1 cars especially. So we're down the inside of Folger at the end of the lap. Now do we take Woodcock flat out? Yeah, we do. We take 5th place. So let's try and catch up to the front 4. Got those Rins, Morbidelli and Zarco in front. Look at Morbidelli going for the lead. Oh, but Zarco holds him off just. Once again, not hooked up to that right-hander. But we kept Folger behind, which is the important part. Let's go to over 160 miles per hour. Sure, MotoGP bikes, it's more like 180 plus. Let's hello, Folger. Very rude. So he takes back our 5th place. Oh, I tried to block pass him back. He just about went flat out. Did the second part of Club and failed it. There we go, got a good run through Abbey. That seems to be our corner if we want to make a move during Village and in the loop. We've got Aintree and Wellington Straight. Just about holding on to the bike. So here we go. Second behind Morbidelli. Got half a second back to Folger. Let's start pushing it a bit more. 3 laps to go, halfway through this race now, or just over it. First off, we just been kind of sitting in 6th or 5th. Let's try and get up to the top 4 and go for this win. Get our first podium as well with the Grassini team. Saka does the fast out of the race. 206.6. Nope, Lowe's does it with 206.5. I did a 207 for that. Got improved that by probably a second. Well, these 3/4 of it. And yeah, we are going to start sliding the bike around. It's set to get down to 1st gear for this corner. That's better. And that's a very good first sector, because we've got 2nd behind Folger. It's definitely getting used to this Silverstone circuit though. It's a Moto2 bike. And as I said, pretty nice circuit for 2 wheels. Seen some classic MotoGP battles as well in recent years. Seen the wet race where Panucci got on the podium. And I made that Jack Miller reference earlier. That's because he T-boned Cal Crotcho in that corner we've just gone through Club and Vale. And he was set to have a very good result, the Australian. But of course, he did eventually do well in the wet, winning in Assen, wasn't it, last year? Of course, you see Marquez and Lorenzo famously battle as well on the final lap. Around here, so it is a good circuit for 2 wheels, just as good as 4. But we're not closing on the top 4 like we would like to. Made some tiny mistakes, but that's all it takes on simulation difficulty. You have to be metronomic. You have to be like Tito About used to be in this class, or Johan Zarco was for the last couple of years, just pounding the laps. It's so consistent. Oh, that's awful braking. They only did a 206.9. So that rear tyre is not liking me. I can feel that. So we go not an awful run on the hanger straight as we seem to use time. It's like a part of Maggots and Beckett's. Baldassari fighting down the order. Pretty nice with Agata. Sarko and Rins battling for the win. Teammate just holding brief for the time being. Svalga's coming back at us. No surprise here because we can't pick up pace up. We're like half a second down where we need to be at least. Look at 1.5 seconds back of Morbidelli, and we're trying to push, but oh, the tyres are not having it. We're almost off the bike. Now we're looking down the inside of Folger, battling for top 5. You can see the difference between just hard and simulation difficulty in this race, where I'd be leading on hard and pretty comfortably, I feel like, with a few second leads. In simulation, I'm battling just to be in the top 5. It's Volga again taking it down our inside. And the tyres are calling for mercy. You can see in the bottom right. Front tyre very worn. So on the final lap of the race, we've got Corsi now battling for 7th for Agata. Looks like Luti has dropped back. So here we go. Can we finally get a good run onto the hanger straight? No, as Volga pushes us out wide. We're battling with the bike. We can forget about 4th. We're just battling to keep 5th. As he cut in front of Volga. But he takes us round the outside. Nice move. We're battling back. We're getting the elbows out. But again, we're just struggling getting the power out of the corners. Look at this tyre wear as we're drifting through Abbey. We're doing some flat track riding. And we're saying goodbye to Volga and 5th place. Look at that, we're really struggling to hold on to the frickin' bike. We're saying hello to Luti again, it's like the first lap all over. And this is why I have it at 25%, because despite tyre wear not being a major issue in Moto3, it can be in Moto2 and MotoGP. And you're seeing it here, as I'll be saying goodbye to 7th. To 6th even. So now we've got Baldassari over our arse. And look at this, we're being swamped on the run to the line. We're down in 10th. Man, we really lost out. As Zarco won ahead of Rins and Lowe's, Morbidelli 4th, Folger 5th, Luti 6th, Baldassarre 7th, Alex Marquez. I said a poor qualifying for him, and he's finished in 8th. Agata 9th, and we're down in 10th. Of course, the 11th. And Miguel Oliveira rounding out the point scorers in 15th. So what does that mean in the championship? Well, we're 7th, 4 points ahead of Corsi. I think we can say goodbye to the top 5 maybe, but we're battling to stay in 7th now. Osaka leads the championship by 32 points from Rins. Of course, Calix win again, and I think that means they've actually won the title now, as we only have 7 races to go. So well done to Calix, ahead of Speed Up, Tetfree and Suter yet to score. But yeah, tyre wear really came into play in those final couple of laps. So we've got to be managing our tyres better in those first couple of laps. But yeah, disappointing as our physical condition improves to 65. So we're not getting tired at the end of races, just the tyres are.
Hey, your performances are pushing up your stock. We've received lots of offers. You can find everything in Team List.
So we're getting some contract offers. What were you getting in MotoGP? Well, we got the 2 we had previously, but now we got a Aprilia. Got a Vintia. Tech 3 or LCR. I am tempted to move up. We've had our 6 races in Moto2 just like we had in Moto3. I think it is time we connect with Cal Crutcho LCR. Let's do it. Let's be in a Honda.
I must admit you have a remarkable eye for good teams. Great choice.
Thank you, Sarah. As also got a team objective just to score points in our new adventure. And I think for our first race, I'm going to turn the difficulty down back to hard, just to see how it is at MotoGP level. That was my level in MotoGP 15 was hard. So around the circuit, you know, Misano. So let's turn the race options. Let's turn it down to hard. And let's see how we do on our MotoGP debut.
Hello from Misano.
So here we are on a MotoGP bike. Yeah, a bit different than the Yamaha R1M round this circuit. And our debut qualifying lap on the LCR Honda alongside Cal Crutchlow. But luckily this is a circuit we've ridden a couple of times on that Yamaha. And driven around in a rally car, so we know it well. The circuit I like pretty much, not this opening bit with the tight corners. Even though it is pretty flowing, I like the fast flow instead in the second half of that. So a second back was Spargo in qualifying 1. Remember, MotoGP, qualifying split up to 2 parts. Qualifying 1, you want to be in the top 2. And you can take part in qualifying 2, which sets the grid for the first 4 rows, if I remember. As we're a second back. I think we took that corner way too slow. Very car come up to the fast right-handers. Oh, on the curb. Oh, so much better braking than the Yamaha. And a bit faster as well, this bike. Just got careful on the power. Got to chuck the bike at the corners. God, can be so much better into that final corner. Take it in second gear. As you only do a 36.9. We're third. We're not going to make it into qualifying 2. There's once again just a one-shot quali for us. But let's see where it puts us on the grid. The session info. right at the back. Behind Rabat. Not good at all. So yeah, tough introduction to MotoGP. But once again, qualifying not been our best suit. Races we're much better at. To improve our throttle management, agility and cornering.
Hello to all you race fans tuning in. We're joining you live from the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano for the 13th race in the MotoGP class. The skies over the track are clear and the latest weather reports are telling us that temperatures will be as expected for this time of year.
So here we are in Misano for our first MotoGP race, and Marcus on pole ahead of Lorenzo and Ian Noni. Pedrosa down in 9th. What are you doing, Danny? Lewis Baz in 15th, Reddy in 14th, Jack Miller in 16th. Got Lafferty in 17th, for myself in 22nd and last.
After a long weekend of preparation, the race is about to start. You could cut the tension with a knife, but all that matters now is who gets across that line first.
So I don't know what my rider was doing at the end of that formation. But here we go. The lights appear. And we are underway for this 7-lap race. Decent start. Be careful this first corner though, all bunches up. Already dropping back. As we've got Rabat in front. I swear someone went very wide. Is that Cal? As you've got the appeal of Baptista in front. Gonna have a good run into the straight overs. Once again, someone goes wide, so you get the nice up and under. Past Baptista, we're not last. As we've got Brado and Hernandez battling in front. Well, we've got Ian Noni and Lorenzo battling for the lead. Maybe it was Baz running wide in front. So that was not a good right-hander, but I'll take it. Oh, got way too greedy on the brakes there. Into the inside though. Of Lafferty. Oh, that freaking last corner again. As I drop down to last place while Inoni is leading. Shows her the fastest lap up to 7th. Nice one, Danny. And now Marcus is coming to play. Watch out, Lorenzo and Inoni. Got Baz and Rabat about in front. Don't want to be screaming from one corner to the next. Got another good run onto this straight as we got the two Aprilias back in front, Brado and Baptista. As whoa, big accident. Brado, what were you doing, mate? It's now Vinales is battling in the top 3. What the hell? Everywhere it's gone mental. There's up to 18th behind Hernandez. As unfortunately Rabat got taken out there. Yeah, we kind of messed up the right-hander there. Okay, let's not be as brave on the brakes. No! We're down! God damn it, I tried to be cautious, but in the end, looks like we took out. Looks like the Lafferty, Eugene Lafferty, no. As here we are with Brado and Rabat, they're still bashing elbows. Rabat in anger at what Brado did. So now we've got Yoni Hernandez, the Colombian, in front. Of course, he's in Moto 2 this year in real life. Dropped back down after not being able to find a ride. Oh, here's a nice present on the grids though. As there's Rabat in front of us. Got Mida behind us, okay, confused. The two Mark VDS riders there. Vinales battling for the win with Lorenzo. He's got Baz Hernandez battling for the final point, which we're hoping to join in now. There we go, that was a nice corner. Let's concentrate on catching up to Baptista. How did he get back up to 17? Why are these Spaniards? No, that's mine now. So here we go. Can we dive it down the inside? Not quite. So joined at the hip, Baz and Hernandez, but we take him down the inside. No, we don't. Colombian takes us right back. We're halfway through this race. It's been pretty fun. Not where we want to be battling though for a point, but it's pretty good. So, done some good battles. As we did the fast out of the race, 33.8. Okay, maybe if I didn't make a mistake, I'll be battling for a top 10 now. So dive it down the inside of Hernandez. Yes! We're getting a point, at least. Let's see if we improve. Oh, we go very wide, and so does Baz. I don't mind you, Baz, but don't try and hit me wide as we go down the inside of Baptista and Hernandez. Now let's see if we can get a good run through these right-handers. Haven't been able to do that so far this race. But that was decent for the first one. There you go, that's good. As we've got my teammate Crutchlow batting for 13th with Redding. What are you doing, Cal? This was a bit of an abrupt short shift there. Here we go onto that 5. We've got some breathing space behind, it feels like. But we've got some time to make up in front. So it's going to be only that 5. Hopefully it sets up well for that 6 and 7. To catch up to our teammate. I'm guessing the performance settings are set for early in the season, not the second half of the season where Crutchlow was on fire. Got a couple of wins. I think he was in the top 3 of points scored in the second half of the season, so. Crutchlow finally delivering on the MotoGP stage. So yeah, we've got over a 2-second gap behind to Hernandez. And almost a 3-second gap in front. So I've got a 10th time penalty there. So rightfully so, as Redding has dropped back. That was a decent lap. 34 flat. Oh, a bit wide into the first corner in this penultimate lap. You can see the lack of talking is because I have to concentrate on these bikes. Yeah, stopping power is good, but the power is also increased from Moto 2, so broken similarly at similar points, but with more speed I've got to brake a bit harder, got to be gentler on the brakes and getting on the power, so there's a bit of a step up. I know tyre wear doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. Kumi just skating around on the final lap, like it was in Silverstone, but kind of gaining on in front. There we are, under 2 seconds behind Redding. You can see a top 10 right in front of us, but we're going to run out of time as we go on to the final lap of the race. There we go, good first sequence of corners. Bit right into the right-hander. Oh, we've lost it. God damn it, just as we were catching Redding. 2.5 back. But luckily we've got a good enough gap behind that we're going to stay in 15th, Hernandez. God damn it, just pushing a bit too hard there and losing it over the curve, but now we're 6 seconds behind Redding. But you can see Vinales and Marquez battling for the podium. Very interested to see who's won this race. So we saw Inodi be strong early, Lorenzo. And now Rossi coming to the fore. Of course, it's his game. He has to win. Or does he? Lorenzo won it. Have you done, Milestone? I thought you fixed it so Rossi won every round. Let's do it across the line in 15th. A very hard-earned 15th as well. A couple of crashes. But I'll take that for my debut. Showed the pace there. Just got to work on the consistency. As you saw, 33.8. Lost us out of the race by couple of tenths of a second from Rossi, but it was Lorenzo who won. He got to second, Marquez third, Vinales in fourth, Inoni in fifth, Pedrosa in sixth, and look how tight that top 5 is. So less than a second covered them. Vizioso 7th, Panucci 8th, and the Espargos round out the top 10. So that means we climb to 18th as we've got a point. Unfortunately, Hernandez, Bradle, Baz and Rabat do not. In the title battle, well, there's not much at all. It's Marquez leading by 43 points from Lorenzo and 74 from Rossi. Inoni beating Dovizioso out of the Ducatis. It's a very interesting championship table, but a bit like real life, Marquez is running away from it. And in the constructor standings, it is Honda, 25 points ahead of Yamaha, Ducati in third, Suzuki fourth, and a point for Aprilia. So do we get some reputation VR points? Of course we do. Good outing on our debut in the MotoGP class. We get some skills as well, physical condition, body position, and braking. Definitely had to use the brakes in that race, but yeah, I'd say pretty good MotoGP debut. And we got what we had to achieve from the email objective. And I think I'll end it there. That's Aragon. This could last a while with how terribly a ride around it. So next time out, we're going back to Spain and Motorland Aragon circuit. Very picturesque circuit, very nice looking circuit, but very tough against the AI from previous MotoGP games. So we'll see next time out if it is just as tough in Valentino Rossi the game. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.